Yes, 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 yes. So just waiting on everybody to come in. Oh, this might be a little difficult because I'm looking at both screens at one time. And it's like, y'all probably should have been together instead of one. So I can't go no further back. I cannot go any further back to make this happen. So bear with me because I'm telling you guys something. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna wait till the people come on and I'm gonna tell you guys something about this. This is good. Like the fact that I'm literally here, I have shown up to this event, this screening, trying to screen on Facebook for the first time in my life. Like, this is happening. So that's good. Like, that is really, really a good thing because I have really been like working with this thing. This is set up since last night because in my imagination, I want to do it a certain way, you know. But I got home. I set it up. I set it up last night. Then I got home this afternoon. Came in here because in the middle of the night, my setup decided it just didn't want to do right. So I came in here after work and try to make sure that, I have perfected this thing and straighten up what happened last night, right? Come in here trying to perfect it. Guess what I did? Messed it all the way up. Well, I didn't do it by myself. My daughter, she helped me mess it all the way up. But I had to fix it bike by myself. Come along, come. Is it 7 o'clock? Okay, so it's 7 o'clock.
It just hit it good.
Okay, so now we'll give people a chance to come on here. Because just trying to talk and get the people to come and meet me. Just come and meet me and talk to me and listen to me and all that good stuff. So, once upon a time, I was born. Okay. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So y'all just come on in the room. Trying to sing. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Oh, Andrea. Come on in the room. Come on. If they come right now, they're gonna be like, is she having church? Never leave home without him, right? So, if you see it as church, then you see it as church. If you see it as humor, then you see it as humor. If you see it as just ice breaking, then you see it as ice breaking. You see it however, you just see it. Because we all different, and because we're all different, we see things different. So that's how it works. That is exactly how it works. So, yeah, yeah. So this camera here is directly in my face. Like it's really, really in my face. For real. And it made me want to look at it. And then I'm trying to look at this one. And it's just like, which one going to look at? Yes. We'll give them about 7:05 to come on into the room. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. It's just it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be great. You'll get the chance to just listen to me and talk to me, and I talk back to you, and we'll catch your questions, and Chantel ask them, and I will try to answer them. So bear with us. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So we're gonna just give people a chance to come into the room and everything, to come into the live. I hope y'all can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know. You know, it has to be a way that you can say, I can't hear you. Like this is 2022, the years of nothing but technology. So there has to be a way that you can let someone know whether or not you can hear them or whether or not they need to cut the volume down or whether or not I need to stop pacing back and forth because it's making you dizzy. Like there's got to be communication. communication is the name of the game because, without communication, there can be no communication. That means there is no nothing really because if you cannot communicate, then how can you relay a message? How can you receive a message? Hello, thank you for coming. Just giving everybody a chance to come into the room. You know, we just talking about communication here. So if it's too loud or if I'm not loud enough, just let us know so that we can or I can adjust the best I could. But I really thank you for taking the time to come to the live and listen and talk to me and speak to me. Yeah, we really gonna have fun, I think, because I think that we can have fun and just communicate and talk to each other in a interesting way. Like I'm not gonna come like what you see on TV and the professionals they talk long and slow and like I'm not even gonna do that. I mean unless you want me to do it, I'm pretty sure I can be like, and I am Andreal, whatever. I ain't gonna do that. But just in case you do want that, just let me know and I will enlighten you on that journey. You know, I do that for you. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, and we'll give them a couple of more minutes. 7:10. At 7:10, I'm going to start the introduction of who I am. And I just keep looking to welcome you as you come along. And I will start the introduction and let you guys know what we are here for, what we are here to do. We want to get used to it also. And the reason why you want to get used to it is because I will be planning events. I will be doing events and speaking at events and like you're gonna see my face. So it is what it is. So you might well get used to it and get ready to come on this journey. Now if you for me, you will not be able to help but come on this journey. So I'm just warning you and letting you know that. So but if you are not, it's perfectly okay. Okay, so 7:10. It is now 7:06. Let's give everybody 4 minutes. You guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming into this live. My sister Shantae is on here also. She is here. She's going to help us catch questions when that time comes so that we can get them answered for you guys, right? I mean, we are people that have questions. We are people that want answers. We are people that's, curious. So what better way to get these questions done so that I can make sure that I'm attending to both screens than to bring my sister on and have her looking for you guys' question. Yeah, there's no better way to do this. This is kill two birds at one time, and this is done. She's very smart. That's her name. She's right now. She's tight. So yeah, that is what we're doing tonight. So I'm gonna try not to stay on here too long. 45 minutes, an hour at the most. I know that most of us go to school, most of us have jobs, that there's something that we do. So I know that we have families to take care of, or maybe we want to do our hair before the night is over with because tomorrow is Friday. So we get ready to go into the weekend as well. So maybe we want to prepare our nails or something, whatever it is. So, I don't want to just keep holding you up. So exactly at 7:10, I'm going to just start introducing who I am. Because we come on here a little bit early tonight. Me and my sister, we come on here a little bit early just to make sure that we can go live together and that my sister can come on here to take the questions and that my technology will work correctly. So that's why it looked like we've been on here for a while. We've just come I think it was 10 minutes. We came 10 minutes early so that we can make sure that everything's gonna work. Because that's what we have to do, you guys. When I first started doing Zumba outside in the parking lot, every single time I got there, and I'm talking about this is months after starting this journey. Like every single time, no matter how many times I use my equipment, my speakers, and my Wi-Fi box, no matter how many times I use these things, the moment I got to whatever parking spot I was going to, something went wrong. The cameras wouldn't work. The Wi-Fi box probably wouldn't work. Like something would always try to go wrong. And I'd be right there with people in front of me or live or something. And it was like always so embarrassing. So now I'm just like, trying to be more on time, more punctual, have equipment that works. So that was the meaning for it. And she was just like, because we were supposed to go and test this water at 5 something, but of course everything gonna try to get your attention while you running to get something like this done. But I had to fight it. I had to fight it. So 10 minutes ago, well, 10 minutes before 7, we just come on here a little early. And I told my sister, I said, well, since we're here, we might as well just go ahead and stay and wait it out. It was 17. We give people 10 minutes since we came in early. We give people 10 minutes to come in themselves. And then we'll go ahead and get this party started. So that was the plan. So now at this exact time, it is 7:10. We have given 10 minutes, and as everybody come on, I greet you and I thank you so much for coming in and listening to what I have to say tonight. Okay, so again, good welcome. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm going to start now. The reason we are here tonight is for the introduction of Andrea, who I am. Andrea is the author of Dare to Try, an inspirational book, novel that both enhances us as a people or whoever you are, even men, boys, girls, and it just carry us and let us know that it's a good journey. So that's who I am. I am a mom. God has blessed me to be a mom, yes. And I have a full-time job that I was blessed with this job. I was blessed with a good job. I could honestly say I was blessed with a good job as I was blessed with my children. But I want to say this too before I got started inside my introduction. Like, if you guys were standing where I'm standing and looking at this camera, especially this camera, you would be laughing because you'd be like, what is going on here? When I tell you guys that I had to come here, I don't came here after work because I have a job, right? So I come in here and it ain't like I have all day to sit here and get stuff together because I work 8 hours a day. So I come in here and trying to make sure everything was in order, knocked over everything. So my little free time went back into trying to make sure I was putting this stuff right together. This is my introduction now. So if you was looking at this camera right here, you would be amazed. You'd be like, how? What engineer done that? It was me. And engineer Andreal. I did this. Like if you was able to see, I have read this thing up because it was falling. I knocked it over and it fell apart. So my way of saying, let's make it work. That is exactly what Dare to Try is about. That is what I have learned, Andrea have learned along this life journey. Make things work. You got a hand, you was dealt with a hand. It might not be the one that you want, but you got one. Be glad. It's a talent. So now what you're gonna do with it, you have to make it work, right? So God has blessed me to be a mom. He blessed me to be a job and to be good at it. Have a good job. Have a job to where I'm understood and that I enjoy going to every day, and that makes a difference. Trust me, that makes a difference. I enjoy the skate. I enjoy skating still, and yes, I know how to skate. Do I bust my butt sometimes? Yes, I do. I do, but that don't stop me. Now the part of Dare to Try, you don't let your falls and bruises and hurts stop you. It might scare you, but get back up, right? Yeah. So that's what I do. I work and I have a family and of course I do Zumba. Y'all know me as on the fitness journey. I'm only gonna hit on this just a couple of minutes. I started doing Zumba in 2020. I had a building and my contract come to an end, so I just been doing it virtual. I started this journey at a size 20. Here I stand at a size 12, almost to a 10. And it's good. I decided that I wanted people to come on this journey with me because I felt like, if we can all do it together, it makes the difference. Sometimes we cannot just do it and then say, hey, come with me. I feel like, especially being a curvy woman myself, the health part, the healthiness, and just the mindset and the lifestyle change, that is what's more important to me myself. So that's the reason why I become a lifestyle coach. That's what I call my Zumba class, my fitness, and that's what I'm doing and starting to coach. So I'm really focusing on lifestyle and wellness. And I am certified in Zumba and Strong by Zumba. So that is also something that I do virtual Monday and Tuesdays. And I'm expanding those days right now. You can find my classes on Patreon. I decided to do my recordings and put them there. That way people get a chance to do it in the privacy in their house and there won't be any copyright issues with Facebook or any other platform. And I find that to be a very pleasant platform. So please do look me up. It's Inspiration with Andrea. On Facebook, I'm Inspiration with Andrea, my regular Facebook page. And then I'm also Coach Andrea on there too. Okay. And I'm author Andrea. On Coach Andrea, I talk more about being author of Dare to Try. And then I'm starting now to just come back out and introduce myself more towards this book. This book is actually on Amazon right now. It's an e-book form. It's also in soft book. You can, if you ask me to order one, I can actually get the hard copy one if you would like to have that also. But it is important to get it because you want to be able to come on these journeys and these the things that I'm doing with this because it is important for us as people in our culture and all to be able to see that, there's hope. We always hear that there's hope, but we need to see it, we need to read it, and it is in here. It is in here. So I want to just come and start meeting and doing the event so that we can understand what this book is about. I've been advertising it for a while, but not really just talking about, what it is about. And it is inspiration. That's mostly what I say is inspirational. It's full of hope, but it's a story. And so that's why you'll hear somebody when they read the book or if you read the Amazon, statements or whatever, everybody wants to know who it is because they always say the same thing. They say, who is it? And it's you. That's the reason why it's important to start doing these events, which I already said on Monday night that I will be doing one next month, September 10th. And I'll be posting a flyer about that and doing more advertising about it later, because this information need to get out, especially for our next generation. And I believe that we, as the older ones, as I am, that everything that we learn in life, the knowledge, the wisdom that we're supposed to pick up by life and through life, that it is important to have something to show the ones coming, this next generation, this different generation. We need to be able to talk to them and tell them what to expect, but what not to do. They might not listen. We all know that because we have always been down that path. We have already been down that path. But then that is the importance of saying, look, I don't went there. I done that already. So I advise you not to go this way, but if by chance you do, this is gonna happen. And then look at the statistics and look at all the things that's going on. So that's the reason why I'm just like, get out of the comfort zone and start talking about it. Start letting people know first and foremost who I am. Like I come from a large family. I come from a small little town or whatever. And I went to school. You know what I mean? I had made mistakes like everybody else. We all make mistakes. I still make mistakes. And, we kind of hide and hid behind other people, mostly my older sisters and brothers. I kind of hide and hid behind them because, they was popular or they was, older than me. So I totally respected them, right? And totally had, that much respect to where I looked up to what they was doing or whatever. But I had to know and still have to know that I'm my own person. And this is what I want you guys to know. And this is what another thing about Dare to Try. you have to dare to try no matter what your life is because you have to be you. You cannot live this life through someone else. And that's why it is important to know who you are in Angela. Because Angela will teach you and show you that, yeah, she might have had some difficulties and she did have a lot of moments to where she didn't think that she gonna make it. She didn't know what was going on. Angela could testify in everybody's lives and say that she had moments to where she was broken and broke, literally. But Angela can also testify that with the mindset of doing better, with the mindset of wanting to make it, with the mindset of creating a plan, even if it wasn't written, and it might have not been the best thing, just having morals and having dignity and knowing where you come from. That's the thing about Angela. That's actually the thing about me, knowing where you come from. Because where I come from, I remember being small. And it's amazing that even in my age now, I always remember this. And I had on a dress that day too. I remember as a child just standing out in the yard on a pretty bright day. And I was looking up because I want to know what was out there. But I remember feeling like it's so much more. It is so much more. Then I remember having to feel like, what is it? So through the years that I want to know, and I asked the question, I was always amazed, like, what is this thing that is so much more that is up here, but I don't know anything about it. Now, mind you, grandma always kept us in church. My mom always kept us in church and all. So we knew about God, but I felt like it was still something else, something so much more. So that's one of the things that kind of kept me rooted and grounded in this life is that I knew that there was more than the norm. It had to be more than just going to school. It had to be more than just getting a job. It had to be more than just being a wife. I was one, not anymore. But it had to be more. And I myself went in a different, twisted path. I did. But even when I was on that twisted path, I knew that there was something else and there was something more. And so it was always pulling me. It was always pulling me like, what is this thing? So I was searching, man. I mean, I was open. I was doing what I wanted to do, but I was open to find out what it was. And so once I just start, really just understanding more, really just letting the journey be what it is, I understand that I had to pick up the broken person. I had to pick up the hurting person. That not me. God was doing it. I thought I was doing it, because I ain't know no better. But it was not me. But that other person had to be picked up and had to be carried. And then that mindset, when my mind started getting right, I'm like, I want to do, it's something else I want to do. It's something else about this. Mind you, now me myself come from a place, the reason I said I hid behind my sisters and my brother, I myself come from a place to where it was more difficult for me for a couple of reasons. One is the speech language. I have always been in speech. They did the best they could to correct this speech, but they was able to do this. And I thank God because now I realize something. I might not say it right, but God gave me a mouth and I have decided that I'm going to use it. That was one other thing when I said it got to be more. It has to be more in this life. And the thing that I have found out to be more in this life now is the one thing I always hid from and ducked from because I did not want anybody to hear me talk because every time I talk, somebody say, what you saying? What you saying? Because I don't know what you saying because you talking funny. And guess what? I might be talking funny right now, but you understand what I'm saying. You have to be understanding what I'm saying because you're still listening. But I'm going to now understand that this is the exact thing that I was wondering what was so much more, what was so much bigger in this world. Now I can use this thing that I hid and let everybody know what it is. And it is the ability to be who God created you to be and dare to try to be that person by first and foremost letting him show you. You have to, let him show you what it is and doing it. I was a little afraid. I was a lot afraid to do this. And God kept telling me to do this for a while. He gave it to me years ago. But I was afraid of it. But after a while, and eventually he kept dealing with me and stuff, and I started working on it. Then I biked up for a long time. I started same old yellow tablet. And then I stopped and I start and I stop. And I'm like, God, seriously, but I finished it and I dedicated it to my brother that I lost in February. That's what made me go ahead and finish it because I said, nobody death is in vain. It's for a reason. So I took it and I said, by this time, 12 o'clock, I'm going to write this. And it's going to be what God said for it to be. I said, God, a couple of times, I said, God, you sure you want me to put this in this book? You want me to say this, God? Then I start thinking about me. But then the Lord was letting me know, it's not about me. It's not about me because of the simple fact that this is for somebody else who is going through this or don't think there's no hope or don't, whatever their situation may be, hearing somebody else that God done said it, this can happen. God done said it, there is hope. This is your inspiration because Angela done it. Who is Angela? Angela is exactly who you are. And if you allow her to inspire you and allow God's word through her to touch your heart, then you can be and do exactly what God say to do because you're going to dare to try to do it. Be inspired by Angela's book. You have to be inspired by the words that have been told to her to put in here. And I will, in a little bit, read some of chapter 6, just a little bit, because it's so exciting. And you just got to buy it from me or from Amazon. But I just want to come on here and just introduce myself and give some, talk about who I am, the other things that I do, and the book, which is there to try here and on Amazon, as I had said. I wrote in the theme in the event planner. If you have any questions, to let us know your questions. My sister is here to tell me what they are, and I answer the questions. I really would, because I want us to just take this information, and I want us to flourish. If you take anything, one of my own personal questions is what I want you to take away. And my answer would be, take away the fact if she did it, then I can do it. Because at the end of the day, she is you. That's the reason why God gave the inspiration to write this book. She is you, and she made it by God's grace and by doing these things that's in this book. So she is you, you can make it. That's what I want you to take away. You got this because God got you. Dare to try whatever it is you want to do. If you want to go to school, go to school. Look here, how about this? If you want to speak with your imperfections, speak on. How about that? Because I was like, God, I don't have Aaron. And, I don't. But I have the Spirit, right? I have the Holy Spirit. So I have to do this. If this is something that I want to do, I have to just go ahead and break the ice. And I have to go ahead because I have to let the people know about the goodness of inspiration. They've tried. So I have to go ahead and break through the barrier of being ashamed of anything. I don't have nothing to be ashamed of. My past is my past. Now I got to dare to try to go forward. Why am I going to write this book? Dare to try to do anything and saying there's hope and there's inspiration, there's this and that. And then I don't dare to try to do something God telling me to do because I'm afraid of what somebody's going to say about my words. No, that's my past. That's the old Andreal. That's the little girl growing up hiding behind my brother's tail. Like literally hiding behind their tails. But I'm just saying, that is not going to be my story anymore. If God say to go do it, I've been going crying sometimes. I have tears running all down my face. But because I'm going to do what God say. That's it. I'll be like, but God, just don't let them tell me to say something, start with S. Just saying. But if they do, give me another word that means the same thing. It'll be okay. See what I'm saying? Like, that's how we have to look at it. And be you. Be you. A lot of times y'all hear me say, and this is major to me. And I find this out the hard way. But it's major to me now because I have learned. Be you. Who are you? Be exactly who you are uniquely. I am uniquely non-speaking Andreal. That is it. I'm not bringing you anybody that I'm not. It's really honestly that simple. And because of that, I was talking to somebody on yesterday or the day before, and they was telling me about the child. That child was being bullied because of the fact, he had some stuff going on, and he was being bullied and stuff. And she said, I told him not to be a follower. And I told him to be a leader. And if he had to be by himself, this and that. And I was just listening to it because you have to learn to listen, right? And I'm just listening to it. And then when she was finally done talking, I said, you're right. You're right. He had to know to be exactly who he is and not to follow the crowd. Because I believe in being a leader. And you might be a leader of one. That's fine too. Because when you are who you are supposed to be, you're going to dare to try who God say you are. And the ones that pick at you or whatever it is that they done to you because you were being you, they behind you because you're going on in what your mission. You're going on in your destiny. But I told her, I said, tell him. It's not really the most easiest task. It's you got to have a mindset to where you're okay with it. And it is a shame to say that from the time I was young to now, I'm literally okay with it. But I'm good though, because we have to learn to do the things that we're supposed to be doing. What God have us here for. And if we stuck on all the other stuff, the talking, the fingers, the click, we stuck on all this other stuff. Can we really truly do our mission? Every single time I be trying to tell God, I say, God, I be trying to tell on somebody, they hurt me feeling. I be trying to tell on them, and he do the same thing to me every time. He just show me. So now, when I'm trying to tell God on somebody, I just go ahead and say, God, I guess I did it because, I could have probably said it different. I don't know. Because he be telling me, I'm like, why you always showing me? Because it's a destiny. Because there are other things that we have to do in this life, and we have to dare to try. And if we ain't gonna dare to try to get over the small things, how in the world are we gonna dare to try to go on in this journey, in this destiny? I want to see what it is. Just like when I was a younger person and I was up there talking about some, I know it's more. Now I'm middle aged and I know it's more. So now I'm just like full force, eyes this big. I want to know. I do. I just want to know, God, for real. I want to know here. But when I get up there, I want to know. Like I just want to walk in, like I did it, master that thing. You know what I mean? Like for real. I'm gonna read us chapter 6, and then I'm gonna let y'all have, Shona gonna have the questions. I'm not gonna read all of chapter 6. I'm just gonna read, and I got it so excited a few minutes ago. Hey y'all. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. I know I just been talking, but I really appreciate everybody for coming in here and listening to me. And I just pray that you honestly take what I'm saying and go with it. So yes, this is awesome. Awesome. Okay, I had chapter 6 up here, but I kind of got excited and I lost it. Hold on. Yep, that's what I. And chapter 6, it just reflects to where it shows a big point of hope. It shows a big point of how sometimes we just kind of hold our shoulders down and try to hide from some things. But, no, we ain't gonna do that. This is chapter 6. Just a little bit of it. Okay? It says, throughout the years, Angela had learned not to see and hear things from people around her when they chose to be negative. It's a shame to say that she had become accustomed to people looking at her sideways and being disrespectful. So she would just look straight forward as if seeing or hearing nothing. She stayed away from negative conversations, faces, and atmospheres to the best of her ability. She took it day by day and learned well how to pretend as if she did not care because life had taught her to at least look like she didn't care about others' opinions. That's how she carried herself because she constantly felt as if she was judged by everyone. She felt like she had failed her destiny. She felt like she messed up her entire life, especially in her father's eyes, being a daddy's girl. She only wanted to make him proud, yet she had three kids who had shown much love. It made her feel like she would never be smart, perfect. But her father, even though she felt she disappointed him, stayed by her side regardless. And life went on. Her father never said negative things about her, so she still knew she was highly loved by him. Angela worked hard and was able to get herself and the kids in a good position in life at this point. They was established, rooted, and grounded. Angela was able to breathe, to inhale and exhale and smile for the first time in 5 years. And for that, she was happy. She had been working so hard to gain wisdom and knowledge on being a mother, learning how to provide and protect at all costs while trying to finish basic education and putting her kids in smarter grade school also. It was hard. She had finished her GED and took classes that landed her in nice jobs at a young age. She smiled so hard that everyone could see all her teeth. She was happy. Her mom and dad were also proud of her. They also realized at that point that Angela did not need as much of their help in time. They seemed to be relieved that their daughter and grandkids would be great. So they gave little less check. Yet they called regularly, and she realized that her parents too let the mama raise her kids. As afraid as she still was, she also knew that she had to do it. And I'm gonna stop because I can't read it. That's just how good this is. But I hope that that snippet, just that small amount of information, that small amount, just from one chapter, chapter 6, give you the encouragement to see that no matter the start, she put it in her head. She made decisions because she knew that she had to do some things and she had to do it better. She had to do it different. She couldn't do what she seen everybody else do. She couldn't say what she seen other people say. But she had to do things different. That just what made her unique. So every situation is unique, but I would encourage you to even take that situation and remember that they're to try through it. Because eventually, as hard as it is, you can smile on the other side of your issue. You can smile on the other side of the journey. And when you get to the other side of one chapter, remember there's more to come. Now you done learned some things from chapter 1 that'll keep you going and established. So now when you get to your next book, when you get to your next chapter in life, you already know, I done seen this. I done wrote this and overcome this. So let me go ahead and make it a higher level and do it better or do it differently because that's not going to be, I done it. We ain't gonna repeat nothing. We're going higher. We're going higher in glory. So let's go higher and higher in life by making a decision that that's just what it's going to be. And it's hard sometimes. It is hard. Yeah, it is hard. But we can do this thing, you know? And then that is one of the inspiration. When God started giving me this stuff, I was just like, but now, because I was obedient, now I got to go further with the obedience. Whatever he say to do, I must do it. I must dare to try because I wrote what he said to write in this book. Just like the apostles and the people wrote in the Bible. He had me to write this. Now I can't sit down. And I can't shut up. I be trying. I really do be trying to shut up. I do. It don't happen. So now I have to remember the words that he gave me in this book, and I have to remember the uniqueness and the things that he put in me, that he have equipped me. And I be trying to complain about the things that he had me to do. I be trying to complain, and he say, I have equipped you with everything you need. And now I believe everything, every single word he say. And I might be crying. Y'all might see me crying, going to, something he tell me to do. But I'm going to stand right out there with tears in my eyes, and I might stop. Whatever it is, I'm going to do what he say. Because if he had me to do something, and if he said dare to try to, like I said, listen, I'm just going to just speak it. This is a great read. This is the next best novel. This is people's lives. People is going to break through. They're going to have breakthroughs. Chains will be released off of the young girl who said, I messed up, I made mistakes, and I can't go no further. Who said that? We all mess up. That's why we have to repent every day. You know what I mean? We have to repent every day because we mess up. This is going to help that little boy that said, I didn't mean to do it. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. There is still hope. They're to try to make the decision to do better next time. They're to try to not hang with the crowd. They're to try to not be a follower, but be a leader. Be a leader, and then you know where you're going. You leading the way. What's behind you is behind you. So they're to try to do it. Don't be like nobody else. Nobody can help you if you all alike. It won't work. Somebody got to come along that's smarter. Somebody got to come along that not already been through something I don't know about. They can say, wait a minute, you're going to go the wrong way. Let's do it this way. Somebody got to come along that they can say, hey, I got you what you need. Be your own leader. You got to remember that. I keep saying, don't be a follower, but let me just straighten this out because this is true. You got to be a follower of Christ, right? Because if you ain't listening to Christ, then you listen to the devil. So if you be a follower of Christ and you just let him lead you, then you following Christ and you are the leader. Anybody following you is following Christ. And you guys are destined for greatness because what he created and what he desires is great for our lives, right? So what he creates and what he desires for us is great for our lives, then why would we be wanting to go any other way? Just saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just wanting to stop and say, any questions? And again, thank you for coming. Thank you all so much. See, that's the thing. I understand now when you dare to try to do something, and when God speak back and say, he have equipped you with what you need. I have honestly just witnessed standing right here what he meant. Because just yesterday, I was trying to talk to him about this, and he said, I have equipped you with what you need, right? And I come stand before you guys tonight with buckled knees, just shaking. And I find out that I can talk. But okay, I always knew I could talk, I'm just saying. I find out that what God wants to be said, it will be said. Now, I'm going to start talking and let y'all ask y'all questions. Thank you again for coming on this live. So if I see any questions, I answer them. If not, I answer my own questions. Go ahead. I sure hope you guys enjoy. Listen, y'all need to grab this. Because Northman next month, September the 10th, we having a sip and read. We're just going to bring our blankets or our towel. We're just going to go in a nice, pretty area that I have picked out. And we're just going to sip and read on it. You know what I mean? And it's going to be this. Then we're going to sip and read on your story because you're going to talk about it. We're going to decide what is your story. Like, what is it that you want to be said and done and stuff about yourself? Like, we're going to discuss this thing. That's next month. Then after Lost for next month, some things is coming to my my mind and some things is coming to my heart that I should do, then I'm gonna pray about it. And if God say do it, then I'll let you know what it. I'll let you know. Okay. So yes. So now I was supposed to sign these books last month, but I will be doing another book. Now, like I said, I'm having the sip and read next month. I don't mind. We can sign books out there too. So that's September the 10th. I think I put it for 5 o'clock. I will make sure of that time. I will make sure of that time. But I think I put it for 5 o'clock. I don't want it to be too hot. But then I think we're gonna have an early winter. That's my opinion. I don't know. But I will make sure what that time is. And I don't mind. We can sign, I could do a book signing right there on the spot too. And I will be actually bringing books there. So for the ones that don't get it on Amazon on this day, I will have some books there too. You can get it from me on that day. Okay? And then we can do that book signing there also. Okay? In the meantime, a fun fact about me. And I think I already done said what my fun fact is. Oh, but this is it. You guys, I think that I can joke around. I really honestly think I can joke. Like every now and then I get a good one out. Like I could just be talking to you, whatever, and then bam, the uniqueness of my attitude and personality come out. And I've been on site here and said a whole joke. And it'd be good. Like it'd be fine. It'd be fine. Really, really fine. So that's one thing about me, a fun fact about me, other than the fact that I can still skate. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I skate. Okay, let me stop. I don't want to go down that road. Okay. So that was the answer. So the inspiration behind that to try, I'm pretty sure I have already covered that because the inspiration behind it was God put this in me and just reminded me, even from my youth, some of this come from my own youth and some of this just come from life itself. Listen, and I'm not gonna. I try to be careful how I bring this up and how I say this because I don't want it to take on a negative, situation. But you might know this and you might not know this. But Dare to Try is also because of coming from me, a little bit darker. It was a little bit different growing up. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be put in a different category or place or spot. So you're gonna see things different anyway. So all the trials of speech and being a little bit of a darker side, all that right there was part of the inspiration behind Dare to Try. As far as I am concerned. As I have said, Angela is actually who you are. It's that person in you that is in there that you are not talking about and releasing. It's that person that you see. And then once you get to reading about this, Angela, and the words and the Lord start inspiring your heart, then you get to see you, and then you get to see, hey, I need to let this out because this is there and I didn't even realize it. It's been buried. I didn't realize it. I need to let this out. God help me. That's the reason why it's there to try to get out of all the other stuff and get to where God wants us to be. So that's just a little bit behind, what the inspiration is behind Dare to Try. So just looking and see if anybody else have any questions. Because it's amazing how we just don't talk about some things and how we forget about some things and we hide some things. But listen, no matter what the trial may be and no matter how you might see things, just always remember that through it all, they'll try to get out of it. And at the same time, remember this is important. To me, this is important. You did it. You went through it and God got you out and he will let you see that he can bring you through. Now remember this. It's for somebody else. Yeah, it's for somebody. It could be for the next generation coming up. And it could be for the ones that's already coming, still holding on to things too. Everything that we go through in this life, it's for somebody else. It's for another reason. believe that. I mean, I just feel this with all my heart. I do. So always remember, you have to dare to try to get out of it and be free and do the will of God and meet your destiny. And then be able to reach back down there and bring up that little girl or that little boy, that next young woman and stuff and say, hey, you got this. You can make this. Because you know what? I done it. I done walked through it. God done already done it for me. So we got to do this. And it might be hard, but you got to get it done. I don't see any more questions. So I'm just going to talk about what the takeaway is that I hope that you're getting from this. I know you didn't come to just listen to me talk. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that the Lord has touched your heart to say, hey, you know what? If he touched this girl standing here and you can hear my essence clearly coming through my teeth in a different way than what it comes through your teeth, then he sure enough can touch mine. He sure enough can do this for me. If I allow myself to dare to try to reach where I want and forget about my imperfections and stuff, yeah, they there. But just embrace them. It's okay. Took me 40 something years to realize. Embrace my speech. Embrace my color. How dark I am. I love it. Oh, gosh. But embrace it and go ahead and see what the end gonna be. Because when I tell you I'm so curious, I want to know. And so that's the reason why I'm walking this walk to get to where God say to go. Because I still want to stand here and be like, God, I want to know. I want to see. You can do it. Like I said, it's on Amazon. Death to Try by Andreal Chambers. And it's in my custody also. You can buy it from me. Next month we're gonna have another event, and following that, we'll have another event. So it's not for me, because my prayer, and I say this again, is never to see me. I always see God. I always see God. Let God talk to you through Dare to Try, whatever he have me do. I always see, because I ain't never been popular. Don't want to be popular. Ain't never had a big crowd. Don't want a big crowd. I want God to get all the glory. I want to smell just like how he had made me smell when he created me. I want to smell like Tina Turner, nobody else, even though that's my idol. I want to smell like nobody else but me. I smell good, and I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Anyway. So, any questions? If anything I did not answer, anything you want to know? If so, just message me. I appreciate you guys for just stopping by and listening to me. Because, I tried to make it short. I said 45 minutes to an hour. We're right at an hour. But, yeah, I guess I'll let you go. I understand, that we have families and homes to run. We got to eat supper and stuff. I get too late. You have other things to do, preparing for work. So I'm going to let you go. But just remember, this ain't the end of your life now. You got to dare to try to get to the end of it according to God's will and his destiny that he has for you. So dare to try to go and get his will and go for it. I don't care if you talk funny. I don't care if you ain't as smart as the one next to you. I don't care if you ain't got no kind of education other than a GED. If God say go for it and dare to try to do it, you better go ahead and go for it and dare to try to do it. It's just that simple. Okay? That's all I got. That is all I have, you guys. And I had a ball. I don't know about y'all. I had a ball. I have had a ball. Go ahead, get you something to eat, get you some bath done, and have yourself a blessed rest of your night as you pray that God continue to show you the vision that he wants you to do, and go out and dare to try to get it done. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Now I'm gonna get out. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thank y'all.